This is Florence.
It's got to be like top 5 most impressive cathedral.
He is so much bigger than either of us thought.
We're just walking along the Arno.
Line through a window.
I think we're gonna move right there.
Made it to Florence, and we only have a 7-minute walk to our hotel, which is super convenient.
Not since France have we hit a 3rd place in a country, and I really think the UK was the only other country that we had more than 2 destinations. And France, really, if you think about Metz, we didn't even really get a chance to get out and explore it because that day was dedicated to going to St. Avold. So really this is the first time since the UK that we've hit a 3rd place, and we're gonna stay here and explore, and we're going on to a 4th destination in this country. So yeah, that's something that Italy and the UK exclusively on this trip have in common. We've gotten the most out of them. Pretty straightforward, older decor. It is now time to go get some food. I don't know why I said it like that. So one of the first things we did is we went out, and after a little bit of exploring, got some dinner, some very, very delicious Italian food. And we followed that up with a cappuccino. We actually learned here in Florence that in Italy and probably other places in Europe, it's pretty common to follow up a meal with some kind of coffee. It's actually something that we implemented throughout the rest of the trip. It was nice to just have a meal and then sit there and sip cappuccinos and talk. And then with our newly caffeinated selves, we went out, did some more exploring throughout the night, and we woke up the next day, went out in search of more Italian food.
Hello everyone, it is our first full day here in Florence, and we are at a market right now trying to find this to-go pasta. We had a really good one in Venice, and we've heard really great reviews about this one here in the market. The only issue is that we haven't found it yet, so we're just walking around to try to find the spot.
We eventually did find the spot, and it had, if not the best pasta, top 3 pasta of the entire trip. It was also cool to be able to look in, see them making the noodles, preparing all of the dishes in the kitchen there, just right through the window. And in fact, the food was so good that even though we don't show it in this video, we actually had it the very next day as well. So it is a just beautiful day out.
Yes.
This sort of break, oh sorry.
I was just gonna say, finally a little bit of warm.
Yeah, it sort of breaks the streak of sort of bad weather, good weather, bad weather, good weather. Like we had bad weather in Berlin, good weather in Prague, bad weather in Munich,
yeah.
Good weather in Bern, bad weather in Milan, good weather in Venice. But we're still having good weather. So hopefully that's just like the further south we go here in Italy, maybe that'll just continue when we go to Rome. But anyway, enough about Rome. We are in Florence for 2 days, and the first big thing that we are about to do is okay, so to give a little bit of context, this academy, this museum that we visited, had some beautiful sculptures, some beautiful paintings, as you can see displayed here. Not to take anything away from all of that, we'll show you plenty of it coming up, but there's really one thing in particular that we and everybody else sort of came here to see. Little did we know that regardless of the high expectations we had for it, the reality, as you can see by my reaction, even more incredible than we could have possibly imagined.
he is so much bigger than either of us thought. Like, for some reason I always thought he was like, I don't know, like the size of a person, but no. That's crazy.
Yeah, we saw Venus in the Louvre and very small compared to this, so we thought more of the same. Nope. Lauren was remarking on just how, well, one, how detailed, but also just how sort of lifelike in a, I mean, it's stone or marble, but it has like, I don't know, there's like a softness to it, like it looks like flesh, which is very interesting. Also, feeling a little inadequate right now.
Oh, stop. That's where we stopped by. We've also obviously been to the Louvre, we've seen the Mona Lisa and all that stuff, so this is much smaller type of thing where it's a quiet area. You can actually get a picture without anyone else. Like, no one's fighting to see him.
Right.
So,
yeah.
that's
trying
nice.
to get pictures or video of the Mona Lisa, trying to get pictures or video of Venus was a giant crowd. You fight your way through.
Yeah, like a
You just
mob.
quickly snap your photos and then you're sort of shoved along. But here everybody's kind of taking their time, they're being respectful. You see someone step up, they get their time in front of it, and then you move on. So
We're gonna take some time to just look at him for a little bit and then pop around.
But of course, this place is more than just the Statue of David, and so we will show you some of the other rooms. I mean, obviously, again, as always, this is only 5% maybe of what was available to see. But just to give you some kind of idea, for example, this room had dozens of different sculptures and busts, and they're every bit as impressive, maybe not quite as impressive, but almost every bit as impressive as David. So, yeah, this is just a little sampling of what we saw. Okay, so I don't know if I've said this in another video, forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but we've probably seen dozens of churches and cathedrals on this trip, and I always get to thinking, okay, how different could this next one be? Every time we're like, okay, we're gonna go see a cathedral, how different could it really be? And it always finds a way to be unique in its own way and impressive in its own way, and this, honestly, I think is among, it's gotta be like top 5 most impressive cathedrals that we've seen on this entire trip, maybe even top 3, because there's just something about the complexity and simultaneous simplicity. It's like the color, it's not like overly, it's not like the, what was it, Sagrada Familia
yeah.
in Barcelona, where it's like overly detailed in terms of sculpture, and it's not necessarily simple either. Like, it has sculptures in there, but not too many. The color adds a unique twist. It's not just plain white or plain, dark stone or something like that. I really like this aesthetically. It's really, really impressive. So our next stop was this square where they actually have a replica of the Statue of David, his original spot before he was moved. And there are plenty of other impressive sculptures, like this one of Poseidon, for example. And nearby was this very elegant cafe that we popped into and decided to get ourselves, a little bit of coffee, some sweet treats. Let's see them. There you go. I want to go back. Please take us back.
We think we are at like the famous leather market here in Florence, but there are a bunch of markets like this. But we're gonna check it out and see what they've got. My brother's girlfriend recommended getting something leather from here, so we'll see what we can find. These are really cute with the ribbon. Too bad we only have backpacks. We need to get a suitcase to carry more stuff back.
So yeah, I'm sure you guys get the idea by now. Plenty of bags and purses and wallets and things made of colorful leather. We were here for quite a while, so let's move on, shall we?
So the leather market had a lot of options. I will say though, it was kind of underwhelming. It was something, again, that we've talked about many times where something online looks a lot bigger and more extravagant. I mean, it was cool. It wasn't as big as I thought, and every booth was pretty much the same. So I didn't end up getting anything. I'm also not like a huge purse person, but worth going to. But yeah, anyways, we're heading now to where?
I don't even know. I'll put it on screen.
So this is our last stop for the night. It is Piazza di Santa Maria Novella, and it's this really beautiful little plaza. So we're gonna take the last few hours that we have of daylight left to soak it in, check stuff out, and yeah, that's it.
But that's not it. We have another Lauren photography counter. We're now in double digits. Can you guys believe it? Oh, how far we have come. So it is another picture-perfect day here in Florence. Not a cloud to be found anywhere in the sky.
In fact, it's actually like warm out. I'm hot. I need to take my jacket off.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, yesterday was a bit chilly.
Yeah.
So we weren't expecting this today, but yeah, this is probably the warmest day maybe since Portugal. Could be even warmer, honestly.
I think so, yeah.
Well, anyway, today's gonna be more of a just see what we find sort of day. Yesterday was a lot of the big touristy stuff. Today, I think we're just gonna walk around and let the city surprise us. That's not to say that there's nothing on our list, of course. I mean, here, you know, I don't know how to pronounce it, Ponte Vecchio.
Yeah.
That was on our list, and there are a few other things we're gonna see later, but yeah, it's not quite as like do this, then this, then this as yesterday.
Which is nice, and we found that that's a really good way to do this, is we'll have one kind of structured day to get the most touristy things, like seeing the Statue of David and stuff, and today is going to be more relaxed. We leave tomorrow, so we're just going to take it in and enjoy the sunshine.
So come with us. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you guys having a peaceful little moment there? Well, I have to interrupt it because we have another Lauren photography counter. I'm just going to let this one run a bit because I want you guys to get an idea of how she sort of operated on this trip. Look at her go. She's trying to get, leaning back, trying to get that perfect angle. There you go. Okay, now she's, you got it? You got it framed up perfectly? Boom. Okay, now she's probably done, right? You imagine she's done? Nope, she's still got a few more to snap. Okay, now you good? Yeah, okay, now we're good. We clearly didn't get enough bridges in Venice, so we decided to come across some more, but this is just such a beautiful view because you have the mountains in the background visible. There's a Ferris wheel back there. Every city has to have a wheel. I think it's just a law. It's not really a law. I know people are gonna comment like, there's no such law that you need a Ferris wheel. Anyway, yeah, but let's keep going. It's such a beautiful day. The coat came off. Lauren was right. It was absolutely necessary. Florence is beautiful. We love it here. Ready for a hike?
Yes, we should be able to see a beautiful view over the city here. So let's go.
We're just walking along the Arno. Saw this over here, looked it up, and it is a park. And it is called Piazzale Michelangelo, or maybe I think Piazza, I don't know. But it has like all of these, every layer has waterfalls, and I don't know if we can go up there. That would be cool. Looks to be closed though. Either way, we're gonna get some elevation and probably have an incredible view of the mountains over that way. And man, Florence was another one where we just had no real expectations for it. And it's just blown us away. And it doesn't help that the weather is just perfect. Like, what more could you ask for on January 12th or 12th January?
I had no idea there were mountains like all around this town. So this is Florence.
Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
We were just saying that if there's ever a hike or anything like that to see a better view of a city, do it. It's always worth it.
Always worth it, 100%. And I mean, a city like this, literally mountains and hills just all wrapped around. Lauren was just saying the unique thing about this particular view is that it's not too high up. We're sort of at the level that a lot of these taller buildings are like built to.
Yeah, like
close to
eye
it.
level, it feels like, yeah.
So you're still getting like the size of something like the Duomo back there, but also you just get like, you still get the size of the mountains in the distance. And I mean, all of it is just incredible.
I'm so glad that we have this on our last day here in Florence with the amazing sunshine and good company.
Yeah, you're all right too. We're gonna walk around.
So yeah, anyway.
we're gonna walk around and see other parts around. I'm sure that there are other perspectives. We don't want to miss any of it. Although I don't know how it gets better than that. Right there, just, well, okay. No, I guess I stand corrected. Every single angle provides something different. Let's go over here. We'll show you. Are these stairs over here too? Might have a nice spot to sit.
C'è gente che ha avuto mille cose.
Little concert.
Tutto il bene, tutto il male del mondo. Io ho avuto solo te e non ti perderò
guy. Okay, he's popular here in Florence.
Got himself a new look though.
It's green.
He is green. Good observation. I think we're gonna move right there.
Just imagine waking up, grabbing your coffee in the morning, sitting on that porch, and you have that whole view of the city.
You know, if enough people subscribe, that could
You
become
can
a
make our
reality.
dreams come true. Yeah.
So if all 8 million of you watching right now, because that's totally how many people watch our videos.
Yeah. One day. I have to say, off topic of, whatever. I'm having this feeling of like a snapshot of what it would be like to travel in the spring or summer, because it's literally how it feels. And it does make a difference, okay? When you have beautiful days like this, like the weather is just huge. Our moods, like, were great yesterday, but the sunshine and the warmth helps so much more. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, it sort of makes you wonder too, some of the places that had really bad weather, particularly the ones that sort of we feel maybe rank lower for us on the trip. I wonder like how much different we would have felt about those places. Not that there's not a single place that we've traveled to that we didn't like or that we just didn't enjoy at all. But obviously some places we enjoyed more than others, and I just wonder if the weather had been this across the board. Not that you can always get that, and not that we had a choice traveling in winter, but yeah, if every sky that we saw in every place was clear blue, if the temperature was always jacket off, then how much more present could we have been in certain cities? How much longer do we feel we could have explored? It really makes you think and makes you wonder. So we're very fortunate when we get to a city where the weather is nice, because we get to really just take in the absolute most of it. But regardless, I mean, like I said, every city's been great in its own way. So we're just appreciating it a bit more here in Florence. So I don't know what else to say. I'm just gonna go back to staring in this direction for a good 5 minutes.
You know what I think would not be bad? You know what I think would not be a bad idea? To celebrate this amazing, beautiful weather, as random as it sounds, right? Wine through a window.
Wine through. Do they have that in Florence?
Let's find out. Hi. Can I get the Vino Chianti, the red one? Yes. Thank you. For here, please. Or, yeah, just standing outside.
And the white.
Thank you.
That's it?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
A few moments later.
I Can we get 2 rosés and then I think he ordered a white wine.
Okay. And then we just like hang out here, I guess. Did you want anything? You sure?
No.
Okay.
I thought you would.
This is a big glass of wine. Love it. Good morning. We are leaving Florence and we're really sad about it. But we're heading to Rome. And that's our train. That was 20 minutes delayed. We're learning that that's just a normal thing.
Yeah, I think we definitely learned it a while ago, but we've kind of been in denial that that was going to be the case. But it just seems to be a thing. Trains will get delayed. You're never going to have your gate or platform until about 10 minutes before, which is fine for me, but for Type A over here.
Yeah, I can't help it. I'm a control freak apparently. Someone has to be, though. Ryan and I balance each other out. If I wasn't, we would not be getting anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. She's useful. Okay. Well, we'll talk to you a bit more in there and then we'll... And so this is where we say goodbye to you until the next one. Florence was amazing. I think the best city that we've been to in quite a while.
Yeah.
And we're now going to a city that hopefully lives up to all of the expectations.
We've got things that we've dreamed about seeing and doing, we're gonna be doing. So let's just hope that it all works out.
Yes, this next stretch, this last little stretch of the trip is going to be absolutely incredible because it is 2 back-to-back, just very old, like ancient cities. And then from there we go to a place that we've been longing for, and then we're just like on the final week of the trip after that. So
we have Rome, we have the place after Rome, and then we begin the return.
Yeah.
But we're excited to take you with us, so we'll see you then.
The Colosseum,
The Pantheon,
Vatican City,
the Trevi Fountain.
I seriously don't know how I'm gonna edit this video.